Panther Ranger.
Hey, Panther Ranger here, and wow, I would say it's been 5 months since I last did a review, but I am back, and today I am back with a review of the Marvel Legends Ronin from the Hawkeye series on Disney Plus. And if you don't know who Ronin is, he's actually a vigilante hero, and Clint Barton is actually the Ronin who wore the suit. But anyway, before we talk about the packaging, let's talk about the packaging. Wow, it's good to be back, by the way. Now, looking at the packaging, as you can see, you have like a digital rendering of the figure right here. And you have like amazing artwork of Ronin in his masked form. And you have the amazing Disney Plus logo on top. And you have like, his name on top as well. And here you have the Marvel Legends logo on top. And you have like, the age right there and the figure number right there. And you have like the Hawkeye logo right here. And the warning sign for kids, actually. And this is a plastic-free packaging because, they did a plastic-free packaging for a little bit. And you have the amazing Hasbro logo right there. And you have like the Hawkeye logo right there. And on the left side of the box, you have like a amazing artwork of like, Ronin getting ready for battle. And you have some amazing other artwork here, like, showing targets. And here's like the Marvel Legends logo right here. And on the back of the packaging, you have like, an unmasked version of like Clint Barton, aka the Ronin. And it looks really amazing. And you hear like the Marvel Legends logo right here. And you have his name over there. And you have his accessories that you show in. Anyway, I don't know if you could see that clearly, but that is actually like, one of the accessories is other than his sword, like an extra head and his hood. Let's turn off my lights even. There you go, that's better. You can see that clearly. Anyway, here you have like, other stuff, like, other warning signs and stuff. There's like the Marvel logo and the Hasbro logo and UPC. And on the right side of the box, you have like a digital rendering of like, Ronin in figure form. And you have like the Marvel Legends series on top. And you have like, artwork of the city and like, arrows and targets. And on top you have like an amazing Hawkeye logo, which looks really amazing. And you have like, other stuff around the bottom, which is nothing much. Now you saw the packaging. Let's get him out. Now here he is out of the packaging, and wow. But before we talk about the figure, let's talk about the accessories. So why don't we move him out of the way and let's talk about the accessories. Now looking at his accessories, he does come with a variety. So the first accessory I'll take a look at is his like masked form. I do think they did a good job with the eyes, like, the gold outline of the mask is like amazing. I don't know if you can see that clearly. Come on, focus. Come on, focus. Anyway, they did a good job with the painting of the flesh tone. Even the mask is also sculpted well. And he also comes with this little hood you can put on for the figure when he's masked and unmasked also. So either or would work, actually. The gold outline is amazing. The creases are sculpted very well. Like, this is really amazing. And his next accessory, he comes with this, like, hood down. Like I said, the creases are amazing. Even the gold outline is also amazing too. I do think they did a phenomenal job with this. And he also comes with this little holster for his swords. You can put, like, like this. Or you could put it also, like, on the bottom. And put his other sword right here, so you can have like him getting ready for battle. And speaking of his swords, let's take a look at that too. I do think they did a good job with the detail on the swords. I really like this gunmetal gray that they used, or it's silver, I would say. Even for the handle of the sword is like, sculpted very well. There is a lot of detail on here. And the last accessory that he comes with is his signature weapon. His bow. Sadly, he doesn't come with an arrow though, but it is nice that he comes with his bow. I do like the sculpting on this like handle, and it's painted very well. And there's a lot of detail on the skull, on the bow also. Like, this is a little flexible though. Anyway, this is still amazing. And the part I really like about it is, like, you know, how detailed it looks on the handle. And this bow is actually really sculpted very well. Let's talk about the let's not talk about the accessories anymore. Let's move on to the actual figure. Now, looking at the figure, I do think this is a really amazing head sculpt. I mean, the eyes are, like, you know, painted well, the nose, the lips. Like, this looks very lifelike. I mean, this is a really great likeness to Jeremy Renner, who played Hawkeye. And this face printing technology is outstanding because they did a good job with the likeness. The facial features are amazing. Like, the flesh tone, they got everything right. The ears are also sculpted very well. Even the hair is also, like, amazing. The paint is really amazing too with the hair. There is a lot of detail with the hair. And I'm glad that they went for this look, actually, because, like, in Endgame, if you see, it's, like, draped down a little. It's so wet, actually, and it looks all draped down. And there's still a lot of detail on the top of his hair also. Still amazing. And on the suit is, like, you know, amazing. Like, there's a lot of detail with the creases. It's, like, feels like an actual person is in there. And, like, you know, the gold outline for the zipper and, like, you know, the shoulder pads, it's, like, amazing. You can even put, like, you know, his, like, hood down right here if you could. Come on, if you can get this in there. Anyway, would you look at that? That looks so amazing. And the belt is actually, like, you know, sculpted very well. There is a lot of detail on here. Even the gold paint is, like, you know, painted very well on the buckle. And the pants are, like, you know, sculpted very well. There's a lot of creasing on there, and it looks really amazing. But, like, the knee pads are, like, amazingly painted and detailed. The gold outline, it stands out the most, I would say. And you have, like, a little bit of a sword handle sculpted on, I should say. It's, like, really amazing. Even the boots are, like, you know, sculpted very well. Even the shoes, like, you know, they did a good job with, in my opinion. Wow, look at that. There's a lot of detail on the shoes. This looks very, like, realistic, actually. And also, you can also take this, like, you know, take it off, like, you know, this part of his hood, and you can put his masked form, actually. I think it's best if we do it off screen. Wasn't so hard. And now here's Ronin in his mask form with his hood up. Or you can even take it off and have him look like this too. And you can even put his, like, you know, sword holster, like, you know, right here if you like. If you can, come on. Come on. Or maybe I could try it. I think maybe let's do it the other side. I think that might be a little bit better. Come on. Come on. It's kind of hard to get in there because it's, like, you know, high up. I think that's how you do it. Wow, this is definitely amazing. He definitely looks like a warrior. Now let's talk about the articulation now. As for articulation, you can rotate his head 360s, and there is a little bit of head movement. He can wiggle his head. His head can look up a little bit, but there's, like, you know, part of his, like, you know, thing is restricting it. And you can get him to look down also. His arms move in 360s also. His shoulder pads are a little hindering him from doing that. There is bicep rotation on both arms. And his hand, there is a double elbow joint. And you have, like, you know, wrist rotation, and which is also a nice gold inside, by the way. Same thing with the left arm. And his legs can move forward. It can move a little bit backwards. There is, like, you know, waist rotation and torso rotation. And his legs, there is thigh rotation on both legs. And you have, like, a double knee joint. Wow, that's amazing. think I should be careful with these. Still amazing. And his feet can move up and downwards. And there is like ankle pivoting on both feet. Wow, this is like an amazing articulated figure, I would say. And that's enough for the articulation. And to measure out this figure, I would say, let's measure this figure. And he stands like, I would say, like close to the 6.5 inches. And now let's move on to the size comparisons. For your Hawkeye Disney Plus comparison, here you have Yelena Belova and Kate Bishop right next to Clint. As you can see, they're close to the same height. Kate is actually a little bit higher than Clint. Actually, Clint is higher than Kate. But actually, even Yelena is also the same height. For your Infinity War / Endgame comparison, here you have Ant-Man and Bruce Banner right next to each other. As you can see, they're almost the same height. For your Avengers comparison, here you have Iron Man and Thor with Clint. As you can see, Thor and Iron Man are taller than Clint. Next we have the Star Wars Black Series Finn. As you can see, Finn is pretty short. And lastly, we have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Red Ranger from Time Force. As you can see, the Red Ranger from Time Force is shorter than Ronin. Overall, I'd give this Hawkeye Ronin figure a solid 10 out of 10. Like, what I like about it is the accessories, the details, and the articulation of this figure. I mean, the head sculpt looks so much like Jeremy Renner, who played Hawkeye, aka Ronin, and Clint Barton. And there is so much detail on this figure. I really like the gold paint, especially regarding the suit. I do think this is an amazing figure. Those are the reasons why I would give it a solid 10 out of 10. And that is my review of the Marvel Legends Ronin from the Disney Plus show Hawkeye. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can stay up to date on my upcoming videos. And I will see you again in another video.